I am NetMoverSitan, and I made a mistake when it comes to soul blights. During the disk cleanup, I accidentally deleted the save file that I was using. So I had to do pretty much everything all over again. Although, this time I knew what I was doing, so I did it much quicker than I did last time. And I'm now ready to head to the final final gauntlet. And there's some kind of bug in the floor around here. Yes, I'm ready to see if I can get the good ending this time. Although in the future I'll be doing some taints guides, along with recording a no taint run. But that's at some point in the future. Oh yes, and then there's the superstitious taint. That as of the day of the upload of this video has been released. I'll be covering that at some point. Right, what else? Oh yes! I've completed Master Reboot. One of the few games where you can set the language settings to Welsh. I wouldn't see much call for that, at least nonetheless you were learning Welsh, and you wanted to test your knowledge of the language. Which would make sense in Wales, and also parts of Patagonia settled by Welsh immigrants. Yeah, specifically Argentina, as in Don't Cry For Me. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Yes, and let's get around to starting that bit. I'm taking quite a break from mindless first-person violence. I might want to get back to that at some point. After Soul Blight is more or less completed. I've also been keeping track of Time Spinner, a Metroidvania that has an art style reminiscent of the game that started it off in the first place, as in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Ooh! Yeah, I can take whatever you throw. Same goes for you, zombie scum. Right. Time to head to bed and continue with the construction of the Wither Arena when it's daylight. And I don't have to constantly be watching my back for monsters. I do not want a creeper sneaking up on me and blowing up the ground. Oh, and last week I threw away one of my triple enchanted bows with infinity and a good power enchantment. Now that was careless of me. Thankfully I had a spare. One with flame. One that burns. Yes. Let's see, the Ender Dragon might have been defeated, but I still have something to do in Minecraft Weekly, World of Towers. One of those things to do is to build the river arena. I'm doing this by filling this up with dirt. Why am I filling this up with dirt? Well, because dirt is plentiful. And I want to know how far I need to build. It won't be necessary for all the foundation extensions, but it will be for some. Yes, I want this to be bigger than Mushroom Tower, and in that case, I was using wood for most of the interior, and it was mostly hollow. I'm going to be filling up this area. Yes. Oh yes. I've also been in contact with the developer of Soulblight. I've clearly got his attention. Yeah, he does some weekly votes on what to put in the game next. Ranging from armor sets to new tanks. Some are similar to what's already there, others are quite different. You know, there's even well, in some cases it's quite close, while in others, well, there was no contest. Well, if you want me to do some Soulblight lore videos, I can accommodate you. Might be interesting to pick it apart. Then again, you might not want me to do that. I don't really know, do I? Oh yes, as for the time spinner beta, that gives a preview of some of the story. In fact, it's the start of the game. And it shows something that's seemingly rare. Although becoming less so over time. A female protagonist that is actually quite strong. And is actually quite comedic at times. Comedic as in not at her expense. At those who make her life a living hell. Yes. That kind of comedic. Because the pain is on there. Yeah, and I got the basic idea of how it works. Don't know when I'm planning to get that. Well, it'll be sometime after it's released, obviously. But I don't have a set timetable. In fact, even the bloke who came up with the concept of Metroidvania is making his own series. Good for him. There's even a 8-bit style game set in the same universe that's patterned on, well, loosely patterned anyway, on the original series that he works on. Although not quite the same game, of course. Well, someone has to fill the void, the gap in the markets. Considering that his former employers are more interested in pachinko machines. And yes, the achievements seem to be reset. How anyone is expected to get all the achievements in Minecraft, I don't. Oh yes, and as for the final Taints Dying video, I will do nothing but show my contempt and disgust for, well, all of the taints in that taint room. For reasons that I'll be making perfectly clear. Although, that'll be sometime after I upload the guide for the 4th taint room. Yeah. Let's see. First I'll be doing something first person after Soulblight. Then probably a first person puzzle game. Unless either Hollow Knight Gods and Glory or Shovel Knight King of Cards is released. Might even that for super hot. Mind control delete. That provided a decent challenge. Yeah, I've pretty much gone through all of them. All of the different challenges, the story mode. I mean, the only thing I didn't do is make an account for the kill cam. Whatever it's called. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played that. Yeah, those 3 are on hold because the additional content has not been released yet. Now that's a lot of dirt. I'd best put that in where it's needed. Although I did learn something from redoing everything on the camera. That some enemies are more vulnerable to grip combat than distance combat. Grip as in up close, where passive damage occur. Distance combat for using a big weapon and trying to maintain your distance away from the targets. Oh yes, and apparently Dark Souls Remastered has been receiving a mixed review. Possibly out of outrage for those who are wondering, why didn't they do this with the first game? I mean, I haven't looked into it in detail, but did they fix the problems in the original version? Or rather, the problems that were in the original version, or are they still there? I mean, how long did they need, if that's the case? Or if they haven't really bothered with that. Another Japanese game developer who's let success gone to their head. Let's hope not. Because there are enough of them already. Enough of them to believe that the customers never run. They should just play Pachinko. The things some of these psychopaths do, they believe they can get away with it. Sickening, isn't it? Give them real power, and you can guarantee they're going to abuse it. And as for those who believe that I should have faith that everything will be for the best, or rather go well, those in charge do whatever's for the best. If you're trying to get into comedy, here's some advice. Don't give up your day job. Or if you don't have a day job, you could certainly use one. Just not in the entertainment industry. Because you clearly suck at that. Not quite as bad as Michael Bay, but still pretty bad. Yeah. Best example I could think of at the time. I mean, the mainstream developers don't seem to be that interested in developing a single-player story-based game because, well, it doesn't bring in enough money, does it? And if it doesn't bring in enough money, well, they don't want to hear it. Well, a certain Italian-American stereotype is doing well. And he's been in quite a few single-player games. And a lot of them don't even have much of a plot. Yeah. The same character who later voiced Parthenax in The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Yeah. Going from Italian-American stereotype to a fire-breathing dragon. As for where in that game you get to that, well, I think I've spoiled it enough. I won't say any more about it. Now, that game provided much amusement, and took quite a while to get through as well. I think it was before... well, before I was able to upload more than 15 minutes at a time. In fact, I think one of the first videos... what was it? I think it might be Dark Souls, where it lasted more than 15 minutes. Although, I think that was the first one that I played with a controller, rather than keyboard and mouse. In fact, it specifically said on the Steam store page that playing with a controller was recommended, And it was. Because playing with a mouse and keyboard would be more difficult. Then again, some also found it possible to play with a guitar hero, even facing one of the tougher bosses of the game. In fact, 2 of them at the same time. Yes, that's one. The one that I had my rear handed to me. Mostly because I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, enough about nostalgia. I'm planning to build an arena for facing the river. And I intend to make it something that is more ambitious than I've done before. Will I make a mess of it? Well, time will tell. Yes. The wither is not something I can just put together. I need to prepare for it. In fact, I have by creating splash potions that heal, which cause damage to the undead, which is what the wither is. In fact, I seem to remember something about in Skyrim shouting "burn the necros," because necromancers were evil and so deserved to be set alight. How they were set alight? Well, it depended on what weapon I had. Or even if I wanted to use magic to make them dance. Okay, what am I missing? Oh yes. I'll also be getting around to uploading the rest of test expected behaviour. It should all be uploaded by the end of next week, perhaps until soon. As for when I complete Soulblight, as in get the good ending, I'm not sure. Although I might find out after I'm done with this. I mean, this session. Yeah, I seem to go for some of the more obscure games. Those that don't really attract a lot of attention, but are at least decent, if not good. I mean, take the void. Not that intuitive, and parts of the story were confusing, but it provided me with much amusement. Although, not without a few failed attempts, which were edited out. Well, that's it for this session. Until next time. Hail the rabbit!